So today I am making a chicken kale and white bean soup, and this was inspired by my Costco run that I did earlier in the week, and they had a chicken kale and white bean soup, but I looked on the back and I saw all of these added ingredients. So I was like, you know what? I can literally make this myself. And so I looked up a recipe online. Mine is modified because I just had to add more seasonings, you know. I'm not sure who created the recipe that I looked up, but it didn't have enough seasonings for me. So anywho, I am going ahead and chopping up some celery, some green pepper, onion, and then I'm also going to do carrot. So I did about 6 celery stalks. I'm going to use about half of the green onion and then half of the red onion. So you see me chopping. I'm kind of like experimenting with different, I guess, chopping styles. I really don't know much about techniques, but it's something that I would like to get into, as well as the proper knives to use when doing certain things. That's something I think could elevate my cooking experience. But this right here, this gadget right here, is like the best money that my husband could have spent on Amazon because he bought it for me. I'm like, can you buy this so I can have a better experience making food? And since he loves my cooking, he did it. So thank you, bae. But you see me struggling, so don't put too much in it. And I learned that lesson. It don't have to be that small either, but I learned that lesson. You see how easy that was? So I did it like, instead of halves, I did it in like fourths, and it just made it that much better. So I definitely recommend, but this is like my first time like really trying it like that. So at least with bell pepper. So I was like, let me figure out how to do it. And then onion, I diced before, so it was a little bit better. Now I think about it, I probably could have put the carrots in the chopper as well, but chopping these was very therapeutic on that day, so I'm just gonna let this rock. So I ended up not using all of these carrots. I think I washed 6 carrots in total, like 4 or 6 carrots, and I only ended up using like maybe 3 because I was like, okay, this is a little bit too much carrots. Like I was just looking at the ratio of like celery and I was like, this might be a little bit too much carrots. So I have like, 3 halves left of carrots. So I'm just chopping it, and if it's like huge pieces, I kind of like cut it in half, as you will see. And then I washed my kale, gave it a good old wash. And I got this kale from Trader Joe's. I had the stems, like there were so many stems that I had to like pick out because it was annoying. But now I'm just like sauteing the pepper and onion. I just wanted to get a little bit translucent before I add it to my crock pot. Now if you want to be like not lazy, but if you want it to be like a super quick dump and go thing, you can skip this step, or you can do it kind of within the crock pot. I've done that before, but yeah, you can just dump it in if you want to without sauteing it. But this is just, I had time, so I was like, let me just do it the way that I want it to be done. So yeah, I'm just sauteing it on like kind of like medium low-ish. I think I had it on like 2.5. Then I added some garlic, waited until it was like super fragrant. Smells so good. My husband said it smelled good as well. And then I'm adding it to my crock pot, and we are going to start assembling everything in a crock pot. But then I decided to go ahead and saute the carrots and the celery as well. So I am doing that. Carrots aren't going to get like super soft, but I wanted to kind of like speed the process in a crock pot, and it still ended up taking a while, even though I feel like these carrot slices are pretty small, but it just took a while in the crock pot, which is fine because it just had more time to do its thing in there. And so I had my Italian seasonings. That's kind of like my base in my soups these days. Added some black pepper, of course, gassed out of black pepper, some Himalayan pink salt as well, and then my fire cider. So I never made a video, but if you don't know what fire cider is, it's just like, it's a fermented mixture of like onions. I think I added cloves, star anise, and a whole bunch of other stuff, and you let it sit in apple cider vinegar for like, I think I left it in for like 6 weeks or so. And then you can just use it. You can also add honey to it, but I never did. Like if I drink it in tea form, I kind of just let it rock. It's an acquired taste, but I'm used to like drinking stuff like that, so it doesn't bother me. But I know that other people use honey. I just want to note that honey seems to be one of the main ingredients in it, but I just opted out. Add some bay leaves, of course. Have some chili powder, not too much because it's not a chili. Some cumin to give it like a little bit of, I don't know, elevate the flavor. Add my kale. And so the recipe called for 8 cups of broth. Also, if you want to make this vegan, don't add the chicken at the end, and you can use vegetable stock or vegetable broth instead of the chicken stock. So I only had that in my cabinet. I didn't have veggie stock. So, but it's up to you. Then I have the white northern beans. You can use like any white bean that you want. Well, that's what I had. That's what I purchased. I'm adding a little bit more Italian seasoning on top. And just the beans look just so pretty. Like, I don't know. I just was like, it was eating up the shot. And so, yeah, so like I was saying 8 cups. So I was like, that's a little bit too much. So I did 4, and then it looked a little bare. So I'm adding in another like 2.5 cups. So I ended up using 6, I would say 6.5 cups, 7 cups. But at the end of it, I feel like I probably didn't need that. I would probably say like in between 5 to 6 cups is probably like the sweet spot. Unless you like yours like super soupy, which I don't mind because I've been drinking the broth and I've been tearing it up. It's tasted so good to me. Yeah, so it's kind of your preference. But I think 8 is too much. I think anywhere between 5 and 7 cups is good enough. But yeah, just let this thing sit and simmer for like 2 hours on high. And then I added in some chicken. So this chicken, it came out the freezer. So I was like letting it thaw out. And some of it thawed out, some of it didn't. So I used the pieces that are already thawed out. And that's pretty much it. Like, it's super quick, super simple. This is lasting a couple of days. My husband loves it. He's not like a super soup person. I love it. And I'm just like, why didn't I make this sooner? I could have been having this literally all winter, but it's never too late. Let me know if you end up trying it. And thank you for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more content. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.